Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and solve this weird case of some kind of a memory loss here. Let's see, I'm checking on the map to see where that room is, so that's actually where the final room is, so we're going to head up over this way. And it's all just, just going through all the rooms that I previously visited. I know my my recording attempt from that last episode, when I did my first attempt, I actually did go all the way up to those other rooms, but it turns out I actually wasn't supposed to, because it was those wrong rooms and it led to the final door, and so I actually ended up wasting my my cards because of it. So that's actually one thing I really did not want to do, was waste my room cards on some rooms I wasn't even supposed to go to. So that's usually what I try to do here, at least for this Let's Play, is that I would just say, just follow along the path of where the actual room that I need to go is, and just go over those, and then just go to the other rooms for the other room. So that way there I can actually be able to just, at least conserve my cards, because that's probably what I want to do at least. So for this one we have Martial Walking. I think that's the one I already I did in one of the previous worlds. So it's like, I think that's one. Yeah, that's where your attack cards have a much higher value. Well, they actually get more powerful. So like that's why they're highlighted in blue. Yeah, a lot of those green card rooms, they actually do give you a lot of advantage over over the Heartless here. That's kind of what the whole thing symbolizes, though. That the red cards are just for the enemies, what benefits them or what basically what affects them. The green cards are basically just what affects your kind of attack strategy, like just give you more attack power, or if your friends would actually just go and come to your aid when like whenever you make the first strike. And yeah, well, we want to watch out for those flowers here too, because well, the ones that actually shoot things at you, because just like the angel statues in Olympus Coliseum, I just use hard G there. They will also try to confuse Sora, so gotta watch out for them too. Yeah, like I said, it's actually another one of those Rechain of Memories exclusive things here. So let's see. There were a couple things I actually also didn't mention though, but I actually wanted to tell you guys that, one thing I probably should have warned you ever since when I first started this Let's Play, is that, because I haven't really played this game in so long, like both this and the GBA version, my playing skills are going to be pretty rusty, though. I mean, maybe I'll actually just get around to remember what I'm supposed to do, like, just make sure I use, how I stack up my cards in my deck, and actually just using some to my advantage, and just making these slates, though, but just keep in mind, guys, that my playing skills in this game are probably gonna suck. They're gonna be a little rusty because of it. And so, especially during boss fights, you probably saw how, when we were fighting Axel, that I kind of struggled with it. Like, he was kind of whooping my ass there. Yeah, that's because how rusty I've kind of gotten over the years since having played this game. Because, and I guess most of it's only because I've just been so used to playing the other Kingdom Hearts games. Well, mainly the numbered entries. Where they just go with the regular combat with some new bells and whistles in the especially in 2 and 3, and so because of that, I'm just a lot more used to that kind of aspect, and just being more used to it. But here, yeah, it's kind of like a whole different mechanic altogether with the whole card gameplay. So yeah, and I'll try to. What I'll do is that I'm still gonna play this game to the best of my ability, and just making the use of the cards in my deck, but. Probably no guarantees, though, because, again, my playing skills might not be that great, though, because of how rusty my skills have gotten with this game. So, yeah, just bear in mind for that here, and I do apologize in advance. The other thing I was also wanting to talk about was, well, I guess lip syncing here, but, well, we're about to enter a boss room anyway, though, so I'll probably just save that for a little bit. Well, maybe actually while we're in the middle of the boss. So, anyway. So let's see here. Yeah, like I said, like I always do, I always just use the 0 room cards, because I don't think we're ever gonna use those unless if they're for something that attracts here. But we have this very last room card here, or key card, and so that means we have a boss coming up. And we're in the Bazaar room, and there's a doorknob that has no relevance here because he doesn't do anything. Gosh, what's the sudden change of scenery?
Let's look around. Oh, dear!
Oh, shit. Oh, wow, you finally got out of your chair.
Thought you'd seen the less of me, did you?
Uh-oh.
Game's up, scoundrels! For stealing my memory, I sentence you to...
Oh?
What's going on? Where am I?
Huh?
What in the world am I doing? Confound it! I can't remember!
What's wrong with her? Maybe somebody swiped her memory again. Oh, definitely the neuralizer here, probably.
Sora, watch out! Something's coming!
Yeah, what would that be, I wonder? Oh, Trickmaster! Wow, you're actually accurate today with the coloration. Yeah, look at you. You're very accurate, and there's actually a reason for that, which I want to talk about. Anyway, so here we have Trickmaster, or another. Well, I mean, again. So this is what stole the Queen's memory. Yeah, again, it's just you know, more returning bosses here. I mean, pretty much a lot of the bosses from Kingdom Hearts 1 would actually return. All right, so with Trickmaster, well, I guess kind of similar to the way he attacks in KH1, only just with a card gameplay. But I will say this though, he's annoying to deal with, and you know, he actually gave me trouble so much. Well, actually, there was another recording I did for this boss fight, and I actually kind of did a little cut there. Because I actually died to this boss in one of my recordings because, you know, for one thing, he kept on breaking my cards, and I accidentally used one of the attack cards for the slates, and I lost one of them in the process, and I guess I didn't really have a whole lot of, other cards. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't the attack cards, it was one of the cure cards. Yeah, I accidentally used the first cure card for the first one of my slates, and I wasn't supposed to do that. It was by complete accident. So what Trickmaster does is that, you know, he's fire-based, so remember, don't use your fire card magic against him because that heals him. But once you gain the upper hand on him just by attacking the weak point, then he actually gets stunned, and then a lot of the HP orbs will come out. And then, you know, all of a sudden, that's your chance to attack him. So he'll shoot he'll shoot fire at you with his fire sticks, and also he also slams on the ground and creates shock waves. So that's what you want to watch out for. And so your the only elevation you would have here is the table and chair, but he can also make that disappear when he slams on that one and creates that shockwave. But what you do is that whenever you find the gimmick card or the Mickey card, like I just got right there, and use that, then the table chair will actually it'll come back up again just like that. So that way there you actually get like a good kind of elevation against the Trickmaster. So, what I was saying about the whole Carol Palette, I gotta say that, you know, this is actually what, like with every other Heartless that we encountered, including the bosses, this is actually what the Trickmaster's original color palette was in Vanilla KH1. Because for some reason in Final Mix, which, you know, the version I played I did for the Let's Play, they gave it the green, purple, and I think paint coloration for the Trickmaster, and I didn't like it. I wasn't really a fan of it though because you know, because the Trickmaster having the red and black coloration actually makes a lot more sense and much more accurate considering that it's a fire user, and so giving it that major color palette swap in Final Mix was, you know, it didn't really make much sense at all, you know, considering the kind of fire that he used for fire that he uses. So yeah, I know a lot of things they did, you know, for the change of coloration for Final Mix. You know, it was weird and didn't make sense, and so that's kind of what that was kind of the same thing with Trickmaster. So I guess maybe I could appreciate Chain of Memories or Rechain of Memories for that matter, for, you know, retaining the same coloration that they had in Vanilla KH1 because I felt like they made a lot more sense, like I said. But we just had a little bit more HP left to go on him, so just by oh, come on. Yeah, that's also what he kept on doing was, you know, breaking my cards, you know, because he also used a high number of cards here, like, you know, 5 sixes or sixes or up, and, you know, that's how he kept on breaking my cards here. So yeah, that's another annoying thing about the Trickmaster is that you know, because he kept on breaking my cards. So because of that, I, you know, first used the elixir, but then I also had to constantly reload my cards because of it, because he kept using the high number cards, and then I went to the lower number cards I had. So yeah, just had to reload a lot. But with that said, Trickmaster is now down, and so that's another boss defeated, and so that's another world that's done for us. Yeah, you can see that the talking doorknob as a background. Now we got the Trickmaster card. Yeah, the doorknob has no relevance, though, because, you know, he doesn't talk. There's no keyhole seal whatsoever. You there, all of you! What is the meaning of this? Where did that creature come from? How would we know? So you refuse to answer? You're hiding something! They're plotting against me! Seize them immediately! Oh, shit. Please, Your Majesty, wait! It was you who commanded us to destroy those creatures. Huh?
Your Majesty, in her pure prudence, didn't completely trust us at first. And so at your Majesty's command, we fought them to prove ourselves. Isn't that right, Sora?
We did? I mean, we did, Your Majesty. I told you to do that?
But your Majesty, don't you remember?
Don't be ridiculous. I never forget anything. Of course I gave the command. You did splendidly. Ah, she lets go just like that. Well, I guess that's actually nice coming from her.
Well, that was close.
Way to improvise. I never would have thought of that.
But the Cheshire Cat said as much. Try too hard to remember, and your memory might lie to you. The Queen would never admit she forgot, so instead, she remembered something. That didn't happen. She ended up fooling herself.
It's literally Men in Black, folks. Yeah, with the whole neuralizer thing.
What is it, Sora?
Nothing. Well, I guess we'll be safe now. And the Queen won't give us any more trouble. After all, we got rid of the Heartless, just like she commanded.
Don't tell me you've been fooled too.
Yep, so despite the fact that Goofy's usually portrayed as being the smartest character in the group, he still actually has some of his simple-mindedness from the cartoon, so... But, he also I never got to mention this at all, but, you know, despite the fact that Alice actually did go with us to the final room, she never, well, I mean, she's not really one of our party members, though, because, you know, well, she never was, and then again, though, I mean, Alice was never really a fighter to begin with, though. I mean, I never really took her as one, anyway, but... Anyhow, so, shit, I lost my train of thought there. Great, you know, I lost my memories too. Everything's affecting me. God damn it, Castle Oblivion. But there's one thing I also wanted to mention as well. So, I want to talk about the lip syncing and all that, though. So, remember how in Kingdom Hearts 1, where, you know, they reanimate the mouth animations to match the English dialogue? Well, they didn't do that here, though, but more on that later.
Who could that have been before, in my memory? It wasn't Kairi, but another girl? Maybe... I think her name was...
Sora! Let's go! You wanna find Rico and the pig, don't you?
Sure. Man. Was right on the tip of my tongue.
Don't you absolutely hate it when that happens? You know, when you try to think of something and then it goes around the tip of your tongue, and then you just can't remember what it was, though. Like, you're so close to remembering what it is, though. It happens all the time, and you know, I'm very much notorious for that too. So, but yeah, once again, then Sora actually recollects, you know, what happened previously, which they always fucking do that after Disney Worlds.
I remember.
Huh?
There was another girl.
What? A girl? Where?
No. I mean on the islands where I used to live. Besides Kairi and Riku, there was one other girl I was friends with. The four of us played together all the time.
Sora? Seems to me that's the first time you've mentioned her.
Yeah. I guess I forgot all about her. I think she just suddenly went away when I was still really little.
What do you think makes you remember that now?
I'm not sure, but it's been coming back in pieces as we go through the castle.
Gorge, do you remember her name?
I don't remember. I feel kind of dumb. We said we weren't gonna forget our friends, and well now, I can't even remember her name.
Sora.
Oh, you shouldn't be worrying none. If it's been coming back to you in pieces, you're sure to remember her name just like everything else.
You know, how is it that you know, you be friends with someone, you're good friends with them, you don't even remember their name, you completely forget all about them. Fake friends, am I right? Well, I mean, well, there's actually a whole context behind this whole thing, which, well, actually, ugh, God. I mean, I'm not really gonna jump further into the gun a bit here, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I do want to talk more about it though. But yeah, I was saying that, you know, they only, you know, recollect that what was happening in Castle Oblivion after the Disney Worlds, and again, the pacing is terrible here. It is. So, but you know, that's more topics to talk about another time. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, we're gonna, you know, again, next Disney World as usual. That's what I always do. So, anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys later.